It's a Shiesty Summer, yeah. Uh, Damn. The funny thing about those last couple videos is that I actually have been listening to Shiesty, what's his name? Whatever. Boo Shiesty. And this that should be knocking though. I ain't even gonna lie, that should be slapping. And I heard a couple of songs and then I thought the music was pretty cool. But then my sister, who's a DJ, she saw some. She she sent me a post or something, and she likes his music too, and so that was just kind of funny that about that type of stuff is that I actually started listening to it, but that has nothing to do with this video. So me and somebody, me and my this me and this person I know were looking up some U.S. codes in regards to the oh the like getting pulled over by a cop, like cops pulling you over and all that type of stuff. How it's actually, if you read what I read, if you if a cop pulls you over for no reason, like for like a tail light or something, and writes you a ticket, it says in the U.S. code that, and you can actually look this up, USC 18241 or and 242. Uh, it says, I mean, it almost says something amongst the lines of like the cop is like could face up to 10 years in jail. All just even death. I guess maybe if the I guess that pertains to if the cop kills you or something, they could be punished by death as well. But um, basically, it's talking about how they're not supposed to. The cops aren't supposed to be bothering people when they're driving. Like they're just really supposed to come out to like handle problems between people or something. Like if like when a car accident happens, then the police are supposed to come out and make a report because it's a report that's going to go to like an insurance for an insurance claim. So it has to do with money. So as far as them just pulling people over because they're black and all that, that's not even supposed to be happening. So they've been playing this little game the whole time, and that's why. I mean, it's simple. Like why when you go to court, they give you a public defender, even though whatever crime you're being accused of, whether you did it or not, most likely if you didn't do it, you know that you didn't do the crime, but you still need a lawyer to come negotiate with the judge and the public of the public defenders, they drag out cases. They act like they don't know what they're doing. Uh, and they're actually friends with the judges. They're all like buddies and friends. And uh, these motherfuckers, it's hella funny, like with the court system. So even like when I had a court case, uh, this public defender I had, she told me that the judge owed her a favor. So um, I can take this plea deal because the judge owes her a favor. I was like, what are you talking about? So the these are just two codes that we're talking about. We're talking about driving without a driver's license. We're talking about the right to travel, and we're talking about a highwayman, which is like a highway patrol, a person that's on the highway. And those dudes are basically labeled bandits, like fucking Smokey and the Bandit. So the bandit is the fucking cop, that's trying to pull him over for speeding. Uh, and the people on the side of the fucking freeway, the highway patrolmen, they're bandits, and they're fucking pulling people over, writing them tickets under duress and intimidation, and and they put the lights on you, and they got these fucking funny costumes on, and people look at a uniform and a badge as like when people see that, like if you're just like at home on your front porch one day and a fucking dude with a cop costume walks past your house with his gun and everything, whether it's a real cop or not, you're gonna like stop what you're doing and uh fucking be like, yo, what is this cop doing walking down the street with his uniform on? So it's kind of like it's a Halloween costume is what the when you look at the U.S. Constitution and the code, it's basically like these people are walking around with these costumes on, and I was asking my boy, I was like, why why do they why do they go through all this trouble to lie so much and mislead people? And I was like, if if these people put as much effort into like telling people the truth and doing people favors, like everything's would like things would be a whole lot better. Not even doing people favors, but if they just like told the truth about all this shit, or at least tried to, and then he goes, well, if they the reason why they did all this is to exploit you. So when people are like, "Ah, well, why would they lie to us?" Well, that simplest answer was so they can exploit you. It's just like, I'm not gonna tell you if you can't figure out how, like, what time of the year to grow and to harvest, then these people aren't gonna tell you either. I mean, but you're free to watch and observe and see how it's done, and you know what I mean. But it's like nobody's gonna it's free for you to be dumb. And then we live under a system called freedom, where it's freedom, and then they lie to you in school and they lie to you about your reality, and then the people they're like, well, uh, the people get mad at me for like revealing this to them too. It's kind of strange. They get mad at me for like revealing the fact that this shit's going on, and it's like I'm a conspiracy theorist, and but um, they if you think about the scale that they of this deception and like experimenting on people and uh, experimental drugs and experimental surgeries that like you know where there's a chance of you dying, and it's like we have doctors that call practitioners, like practicing and shit, and yeah, so they went through all this trouble to deceive people, just simple as to just to exploit us. And in order for these codes, uh, in order for these codes for you to be able to use these codes in the court of law, you have to change your status from a regular citizen or 14th Amendment citizen. Uh, it's like you have to write an affidavit of emancipation stating that, like I'm not a child of the state and that I can take care of myself. I don't need you guys like pulling me over and shit and asking me questions about my registration. Like you actually have to like go downtown and fucking turn these pieces of paper and like write it down and type it out and go turn it in. it's just like getting bonded at anything else. Like everybody's supposed to do that, and it's pretty simple. And then that's what all these distractions are about, is just to you know. And I'm figuring I'm trying to get help with all this stuff, but it's kind of discouraging, but because there's a lot of paperwork, and then it's really not gonna change anything too much on a small scale. But I mean, maybe some big things could happen. But like I said, these people have went through a large amount of trouble just to keep everybody like confused. Uh, yep, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. But a couple years ago, there were some videos that surfaced showing Myles Garrett playing basketball, and somebody said he looked like Kobe. And a couple of days later, Kobe died, and it's the same thing with this Pooh Shiesty. Somebody accused him of being Shock G, and then he dies. Kind of like you've been exposed, so you gotta. I mean, whatever. This is a strange reality. Strange. But none of this shit really matters. You just got to figure out what you got to do for yourself. But yeah, you have to realize that these people went through a lot of trouble to make it to where people don't understand anything, like dinosaurs, plate tectonics, NASA, sports, all these misleading things, the violent music, and rappers always talking about killing people and all this shit. Like I can't even. There's certain words that I can't even say on YouTube. But if I was a rapper, like I could just say any. They talk about killing people, and it's okay. So I mean, YouTube can shut down my video, my whole channel, and I've never talked about killing anybody. But yet these people can make it's pretty, whatever. But anyway, uh, that's pretty much all I had to say.